Hi Aries, it's Sarah with Earth to Sarah Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you found me, I am brand new to YouTube and I am so excited to just kind of talk tarot with people that are into that as well and to be a source of compassion and just some advice or whatever you need in throughout the month. So, if this message doesn't resonate with you, Aries, please check out your moon and rising signs. Sometimes combined, they can be better, or that might be the stronger message for you throughout this month. Also, I'm reading for tons of people, so I really don't expect this to make sense for everyone, just for hopefully a few. And anyway, I do a basic 9-card layout, so I'm just going to get started and shuffle the cards, channel your energy, Aries. Your mantra is I am. You are the starters of the zodiac. You're the first sign. You kick things off. You are very much self-motivated. You are very playful, friendly people. You enjoy having fun. You enjoy attention. You're not afraid of conflict in relationships or at work or otherwise. The part of the body that rules Aries people is the head. And if you think about rams, they do what? When they're fighting for a female ram, male rams assert their compatibility or their alpha and why they're best suited to mate by being the toughest ram in the group, whatever you call the ram and herd, and they exercise that by ramming others' heads. They have a very, very strong head, and whoever is the strongest ram of all, by headbutting, gets to mate with the female and proves to be the leader. So aggressiveness is not something that you're fearful of. And why? I think it's because you're confident and you know who you are. And you're someone that's born with a fiery passion to assert that and to not be afraid to go after what you want. So, in relationships, how does this affect your relationships? You go into relationships quickly. You just kind of operate on how you feel and your passion sometimes, and you don't maybe think it fully through. So, anyway, before I continue blabbing, let's just get some cards out on the table. Aries, what does the divine energy want us to know for Aries' love life in the month of May? Aries' love life for the month of May. Aries' love life in the month of May. What does the divine want us to know? What are the main messages for Aries in May? Okay, Aries, that's good. That the divine please be with us in offering Aries guidance for their love life in the month of May. Okay, let's make it happen. The Three of Wands. Strength. Beautiful. Whew, the Chariot. Justice. It's very funny that these cards come out right away because, it just kind of goes with what I was saying, that power inside you that just knows who you are and knows where you're going and isn't afraid to go after it. I mean, that shows in these cards so far. The Seven of Pentacles. The Empress. The Two of Wands. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, Ace of Wands. How awesome is this? Five of Swords on the bottom. Five of Swords is conflict. So that's the only card that has any sort of negative association. I mean, you can come up with negative and positive of every card, but truly beautiful reading, Aries. It's like you are in your zone, you know? I like it a lot. So let's talk about the first card, because this is the card that I feel like kind of connects to all the others. This card is about Three of Wands. It does represent a fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. So I think this is, you know, how you're feeling right now. The Three of Wands is about teamwork and leadership and sort of waiting for your hard work and efforts to kind of manifest, is what I'm trying to say. So in this deck, it's really pretty. You see a woman here, and she's releasing a bird from her arm, and then back here there's two other birds coming in. It's going to be really hard to see, but this bird right here has something that he's carrying, like seems to be food or something. And what I'm getting is she's trained these birds to do something for her, and she has to release them to do the task that she has been, you know, really preparing them to do. But then also, them being birds, they have to choose to fly back, and so she has to have some trust that they will come back to her, that they will deliver. And so she has made this task up, and she's completed it, and now she's at the part where the faith kicks in, and you have to kind of release and hope for the best and hope that it'll come back. And so maybe you recently met someone, or you are single and you've been really waiting to meet someone special, and you're like so ready to get out there and do it, but it's taking a little longer than you are hoping for. And I know that with the planets in retrograde, we had Mercury and Venus in retrograde, and that's really hard for you, Aries people, especially because you're so much of a go-getter and outgoing that when you have to kind of lay back and allow fate to take its course, and you don't get to exercise that ability to control and do, you have to just kind of sit dormant and hope for the best. That's kind of an uncomfortable place for you. So I think you've been getting like antsy in that position. You've been maybe waiting for a promotion in a job, or you've been waiting for a good relationship, or I see a lot of independent energies here. So there's not a lot. There is love, but it's not super prominent in this reading. There's a lot of just like internal fire that I feel burning in you, that's just like super ready to like take on the world. So that could be that you're just in a solid relationship. You have someone that's there, and you're not really concerned about them so much. You're really kind of trying to exercise yourself right now and empower yourself, because you haven't maybe been feeling very in your element. You've been feeling kind of a little bit held back for some reason. So you start off, this is kind of the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and towards the end of the month. So when you begin with the Strength card, this means that for you, Aries, I'm going to kind of use both of these cards right now, because they're this one's before this one in the tarot. It's 7 and then 8. So when you feel this fire for somebody, and when you feel passion, like I said, in relationships, you have a tendency to rush into them. If you see there's this beautiful lily, or I'm not sure, I think that's a lily, but it's on fire, and this horse is just like zooming through space, and he's moving at a lightning pace. I feel like when you feel like something's right, there you go. You will just like ram it until you get it, and you will chase it, and you will prove to be the masculine, strong person. And I think a lot of Aries people have a tendency to be a little more masculine and assertive, and women have very much a you know, an aggressive. Aries women can be very assertive and very kind of almost tomboy like sometimes, because you just go for it. Nothing's too heavy to pick up, nothing's too far to climb, like you're gonna do it. And with this strength, it's like maybe you need to find a little bit more of an internal strength, meaning some patience, to find solutions in your relationship. Following these two cards of strength and speed, we have justice, which is karma and fate, and when what we believe to be right or wrong, and this is something that's always going on throughout our lives, right? We learn what's right and wrong through our experiences. We're born with rules and regulations. This is court. This is the wheel of justice. So, you know, we have good, we have bad. That's how we weigh out what we should and shouldn't do. You know, the good angel, the bad angel, our conscience. And this can also represent outward institutions. So it's like when you act or speak or do or go into relationships, I think sometimes it's important for you to not only exercise your physical strength and your ability to just assert yourself, but strength is also about balancing the masculine and the feminine energies within us. So the lion represents the very masculine energies, and the woman represents a very feminine energy. And this lion gets what it wants through its natural instinct, through its ability to, you know, it's high on the food chain. It can protect itself. Lions are very much the king of the jungle, right? So that is power, that is masculinity. And then this woman has the strength to ride this lion and tame this lion. And she's exercised her power through healing and sort of a subconscious kind of way rather than so outwardly. And she's gained this lion's trust through her strength. And sometimes in this card in the tarot deck, you'll see a lion with an injured paw, and the lady is caring for the lion and patching up its paw. And therefore, because the girl was brave enough to help this lion, the lion does not turn its back on this girl now, right? So it's taming that inner beast within you to just want to take and do and jump into things. There has to be a feminine balance to that, and I am so glad that the Empress is here, because she is representing a feminine, motherly, earthly kind of energy. You see that bull down there, Taurus? Or Taurus, Aries. That's a bull. This represents Taurus. You could be in a relationship with a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or possibly a Leo. And Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo people can be very stubborn too. So if this bull and this lion went head to head, you know, there would be a fight. So exercising our strength, Aries, through a more caring, loving, compromising place can sometimes get us what we want. So if you need to get your point across, or you have put something out into the world and you're ready for a relationship, if you're totally single, you're ready for a relationship, you feel good, you feel great, but you're losing hope that the universe is hearing your prayers and your thoughts to manifest this person to you, this love to you, you have to just be patient. Patience is a virtue, especially for you, because when you jump to conclusions and you aggressively put out energy, there's a way to get what we want. You get more honey with sugar than vinegar, what they say, So you can be yourself and be powerful and be assertive, but there's a fine line between being assertive and being impatient and a bully and stubborn. So don't get frustrated that you're not going to get what you want, or that you're chained to whatever scenario you're in. And if you're hoping, wishing, praying for something to happen, be patient and it will come. It's like you've done the work, okay? You've put these ideas and these thoughts and these manifestations out there, and you're just like so ready for what you want. And I'm not sure what it is exactly you want. If you're single, this is a love reading, so I'm going to say you might want a relationship, but it could be just, you could want, if you're in a relationship, you could want to move to the next level with your significant other. You could want to have children. You could want to start a family. You could be going through a divorce, or something that's not moving quick enough and is making you feel like it's never going to happen, what you need to happen. A separation or a coming together, whatever it is, there's just something that I'm seeing you need to exercise patience with this person, or this, owl leaving. You have to have faith that it will come back. You have to have faith that your work and efforts will be returned to you, and that your prayers will be answered, and that your hard work and efforts will be appreciated. You can't force an idea, force a change, force something to happen. That just doesn't work, right? So below this strength, and balancing the feminine and masculine strength, balancing your ability to do with your ability to understand and listen, and wait and be patient. So a 7 and a 7. Aries, you have this idea of what you want, this thing you want to happen, this relationship. We've talked about what this could be, whatever you want to surge at, whatever it is that is making you feel like you need to follow your passion and make something happen. 7, we have another 7 here, and this is the 7 of Pentacles. This is about reflecting on what we've done so far to achieve our goals. It's about having planted the seeds for this to happen, and then patiently watering them and watching them grow. So how can we relate this to a relationship? You just got in a relationship, maybe you're wanting to move faster for the next step to happen, and you're like, we need to mature, our relationship needs to grow, and you're just like watching this plant every single day, and you can't see the growth in it, until you come out 3 months later and it's just huge. If you watch the plant every single day, you're not going to see any improvement. If you keep, coming out there and looking at it like, did it happen yet? Did it happen yet? It's like waiting to see the Easter Bunny or something, like try to stay up all night to peep out. You're just like, you have to water it, walk away. You have to trust that all of these 7 seeds, all of the 7 ideas, this thing that you're trying to manifest. I think of 7s in the tarot also as like a strategy or a way of thinking, a way of getting where you need to go. It's about a lot about strategy. I don't want to keep saying that, but how you get there, this is like the map. And so you have this power and this energy, and now you have to wait and hope that everything that you've put out will now grow and come back to you. And then we have the Empress coming in here, and like I said, this could be a Taurus, and then we have the sign over here of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, so that you could be dealing with an earth sign very much so. And they're hard to impress. You can practically run in front of this person naked like this. I feel like Aries, you're just like out there like, wow! You could ride by her on your lion completely naked, and she'll just kind of barely turn around and go, yeah, nice body, but I'm the Empress, so you have to impress me. So you might be dealing with someone that is hard to impress, and so that's why you're being so showy and out there and aggressive. It could represent a mother figure, the mother of your children, your wife, your husband, that's very loving and caring and nurturing. It could also just mean, the Empress means creativity and creation. She's usually pregnant in most of the cards of tarot because she creates life. And she also creates a sense of home out of just a bare naked world. She can make that into a home, a house, a home, right? So maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need some sort of energy to come along and you need someone to make this like energy of yours kind of into a softer, more approachable type energy or something. So patience, and she's patient. Interesting. I would like to know what the Empress means. Maybe you're trying to have a baby and it's not coming for you. It's not happening as soon as you'd like. You're not getting pregnant or something, and you're like losing hope and wondering if it's going to happen or something like that. There's something that you're trying to create or do, and there's some kind of delay, or there's not even necessarily a delay, but you feel like there's a delay. It's just taking a little longer because it's something important. It's something valuable. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas. We have an ace, and we have a queen that's very close to this Empress. There's a mother-like energy or a very feminine energy that's trying to come in and sort of balance out your masculine drive in some way, or that masculine need to compete, to do, to take, to grow. So the tarot's asking you to be patient. If you have to tie yourself down to a chair like this guy is and wait for these seeds to grow, do that. Have faith that your plan has worked, that you will get what you're looking for. You will come to a sense of peace. You will have this person in your life. You will have children. You will have a partner that you can trust. This will all happen in its own due time and divine timing. You can't force things to happen. You have to stay patient and stay focused and nurture your ideas just as much as you attack your plans, I love that we're ending with the Ace of Wands because this is, again, a card of Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. It's a element of, for me, it reminds me of when we have a light bulb that goes off in our mind, like an invention, a creation, something that we can turn into a passion of ours. We can really put all of our energy into it. And this is a promise that something alive, something you can, it's going to happen. The universe is giving you that clarity, that offering, that the relationship, the baby, the marriage, the, if it's a court case or divorce or whatever, and you know you're ready for that fresh start, it will happen. You will be the winner. You will get to mate with the female. So patience will help you through this month, Aries. So thank you so much, and I hope this makes sense and a lot of beautiful energies. The karmic wheel is spinning and turning, and it's on your side. Maybe you need to visit your mom, Aries. If you haven't talked to your mom in a while, maybe you should call her because there's some motherly, like feminine energies here for you. That maybe she can offer you that guidance or patience that you might need right now in wanting to just reach this finality, this newness, this fresh start, or whatever that you're seeking or waiting for these seeds to grow. Whatever it is that you want very badly. I see you want something very badly, but it's coming. You just have to wait and have faith in that. And it will happen. So thank you so much. I hope that you have a beautiful month, Aries. Namaste.